I guess I'm a little bit biased because I love to travel, but having been to four continents and going to my fifth continent this weekend, um, I've seen what there is to offer in the world, and there's a lot of information. There are a lot of things we can learn from everybody. There are different ways of solving common household problems that we can learn from people. We've talked a lot about propaganda and fear and how we're taught to fear immigrants. As they say, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. It's so true. Everything that we're sold is based on fear. Nothing that has to do with government. If you talk about beauty products, they try to tell you, hey, you need to be afraid that you're not going to be accepted in society if you don't look a certain way. They use fear. They prey on you with this. And once we get over the fear, we realize we can travel around the world, and people from around the world can travel here, and it's not that big of a deal. There's not this epidemic of crazy people that want to come to the United States and just murder us. Probably the biggest population of people who could be accused of wanting that are ones that we've been dropping bombs on for decades. So it's a bit hypocritical for us to say that we want to do this. The United States government and its policies, which is, dictated by a very small handful of politicians, has been going around the world and exploiting resources and controlling financial markets and dropping bombs. I've traveled to places in the world, and their banks, their financial markets, everything, they're controlled by the United States. I can't walk in there with cash because they have this KYC law that's implemented all over the world. And the first thing they want to do is they want to verify what country you're from. And as soon as they find out you're an American, they start asking you to fill out IRS forms. Why do they even have IRS forms? It makes absolutely no sense. The United States government is controlling all these other countries, and then they want to tell you, hey, don't let those people in here because they're going to do bad things while we're doing all these bad things around the world. It's absolutely insane. The United States, we're taught to believe that we're living in some ivory tower and we can't let the peasants in from around the world. That's not how it works. There are people in Beverly Hills who can freely travel from the nicest part of Beverly Hills to the poorest parts of Los Angeles. They can get there in a day. There are no border checkpoints. There's nobody saying, hey, you can't take this money out. You can't get a job in Beverly Hills and take the money that you earn and take it to a poorer neighborhood, because that's not a thing. Realistically, it doesn't make that big of an impact on people. If you have wealth, it's going to get spread around. That's just how it works. And that's how we should look at the entire world.